If you could give another up-and-coming real estate agent that's getting into the business one piece of advice, what has been the most valuable lesson that you've learned so far being in the industry?
I mean, I think for me, it's a little, the way I became an agent is a little different than all of yours. I'm on a team. So like, I think for me, like, I'm not from here, and just having someone like a mentor, both of you guys, to lean on for everything, I think is like really important for me until I get my feet on the ground and feel comfortable enough to go out on my own. But like,
great.
She'll
be leaving in 6 months. Sweet. Yes,
but I do think like
brutally honest, Alexis.
that's
Nothing
the New
like
York
a
in
New
me, always
Yorker.
on it. But I do think that like I like having the team. Like I come from a corporate background, so like I come from working with people all the time, and like real estate can be a really lonely industry of just working alone. So I think that like being on a team, having people to lean on, just bringing, like, even for a listing, like if I have a big client that I want to get the listing and I'm still new to LA and like I don't have a name for myself yet, I bring you guys, and like just to have you guys to lean on, I think has been super helpful. So like I think that like anyone getting into the industry now, just having a good mentor, having people to lean on is important.
Yeah, we hear that over and over. You know, learning the market inside out, doing it with people that know it, not that we know it. No, I'm joking, but I know what you mean. Joining a team, being with people that, you know, you can lean on to learn and gain advice from.
I think we know the market pretty well.
I was joking. is beneficial. What about you, Nichole?
Well, my top two we kind of already covered, which is work smart and know everything about, know more than the next person. So I don't know if this is advice. It's more of a warning or like ask yourself, are you prepared to work 24/7? And if you're not, it's not for you. And if you are, great. But it's time management, I would say. Like really, because this is such a 24/7 business, you need to come up with and I experienced this on my honeymoon. It was like, all right, these 4 hours a day, every few days I will sit down and work, but then I have to like allow myself to detach.
That's the hardest thing to do.
And it's impossible.
Yeah.
And it was so impossible. My assistant was like, can you stop texting me? Like everything's fine at inspection, just relax.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the advice is manage your time. I guess that's work smart.
It is, yeah.
You know, I keep going back to the working smart thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's having thick skin. Like you have to have thick skin and remember that like if one thing falls through, there's 5 other things that won't right after.
Mm-hmm.
And just to stay strong because it can be intense.
It most certainly can. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Jack, Mikey, advice,
Well, a few things. I think the most important things are, one, being consistency, just keeping at it, doing it every day, just being the best that you can possibly be in terms of market knowledge, in terms of putting yourself out there, meeting new people. I think, like Mikey said a little bit ago, it's not what you do, it's who you know.
Mm-hmm.
This business is obviously about who you know, but it's also about what you know. If you know, connections don't mean much if you can't you can't back it up with knowledge and facts, and so I think that's very important. And the third thing I think that's very important is, if you think you can't, you're right, and if you think you can, you're right.
Yeah.
So
was that Henry Ford?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So
that's a great saying.
And it's absolutely true, because if you think you cannot make a deal happen,
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's all manifestation. We talked about this a few months ago. You used to not want to jinx things, but now you speak them into existence.
That's right.
Oh, which is
so powerful, right? So
I can't say it.
Because everything that you see from all these ultra successful people, they planned it and thought about it and really lived it before they even got to experience it. So, and it's a tough business, because one day you can have nothing and then the next day you can have 5 deals.
Yeah.
So just staying positive and remembering that
welcome to the world of sales, right?
Exactly.
But I love all of that.
But yeah, that's
so true.
That's what I would say.
Yeah,
so true, Jack.
Love that answer, Mikey.
Yeah, and this is something that Jack and I talk about all the time. Never get too low. Celebrate the deals that you have. But back to your question is, I think it's so important to pick your market when you're first getting started and really know everything. I think it's just so difficult to know everything, you know, about, let's call it from the Hollywood Hills all the way down to Malibu. If you're just, you know, running around from the Bird Streets to Santa Monica to Malibu back to Beverly Hills, it's just not realistic in this market. It's just so competitive. Picking your market, learning everything about that market, and just staying consistent, being around the right people, surrounding yourself with the right people. And this is a business where over time, you're going to get better because things are going to start coming together. You're going to meet the right people. You're going to learn. And what's great about it, and something that I love, is it's one of the only businesses that with time, you get better. You know, in a lot of industries, let's call it an athlete, you know, they have a short window where, you know, their career is over. Our business, the older we get, the more wise we get, the more time we spend in the business, the more successful we will become. And, you know, you guys are a prime example of that. I mean, you guys have been doing incredible for years, but
We're old.
no, not at all. I mean, James is still in his 30s. I know you just turned 40.
Sorry, I'm old. By the way,
James
you're
only got a
40,
month
I'm
left.
old,
He's
yeah.
only got a month left. So
That's so good.
But I mean, it just, you know, staying consistent, picking your market, of course, expanding after that. But when you're first getting started, really pick where you want to be and go from there.
God,
Amen.
I truly love this segment.
It's nice
right
to be
now.
able to learn from you guys.
Yeah, like we truly learn from you guys, and I'm hearing work smart, learn your shit, be passionate, manifest. Like these are all the things that we have to do in this crazy industry because no one gives us a check Friday at 5 p.m. Like you write your own paycheck in this industry. So if you go around with a negative mindset Monday through Monday, you're probably not going to make any money. But if you go through this industry with positivity and the glass is half full, and like Jack said, you manifest your success, you write your own paycheck. You can be as successful as you want to be.